afraid you must make merry without me, fellow pedagogues. Deadline, I must write.
This is alumni weekend, Walt. We're all expected to participate. Think Andrea and I want to go to this party?
Well, look at her. Queen Bee is a tingle with anticipation.
Well, we're only going because it's expected.
They also expect us to publish, but there isn't time. If it isn't alumni weekend, it's teaching and grading and family.
Well, lose the family. Be surprised how much time it frees on your schedule.
My schedule's a nightmare. I've got alumni to speak to, a book to sign, meetings with friends.
You see, even in these Dickensian working conditions, Andrea finds time to write.
She doesn't have a family.
Thank you, Walt.
Or perhaps, if she smiles, I'll put in a brief and resentful appearance.
That's the spirit.
It is
Hey, what are you doing here?
The whole band is chipping in so we can record a CD. And since you don't have any money to give me, I have to work.
Hello now.
Hey.
Andrea, in 20 years, I don't remember this girl passing a dish to the sink. And here she is, taking care of all these, what are these things?
Carpaccio canopies, escavice, basil gnocchi.
Don't you just love the way those words roll so magically off her tongue?
You're doing fine now. Ignore him.
You should move around the room, Dad. There's a couple people you haven't insulted yet.
Hey, Judith, great party. Sorry I can't stay.
I need to talk to you, Max. You too, Andrea. I need your help.
Sure, anything.
What? The first rule in the military, never volunteer for anything.
You were never in the military.
Well, see, it worked.
The monster of coeducation has reared its ugly head once more.
I thought we slew this monster already.
As a matter of fact, the monster is over your shoulder. White suit. Catherine Cahill. Businesswoman with the Midas touch. She has her hands in publishing software, runs a record company. She wants to give Chadwick a $5 million state-of-the-art music facility, the Jack Cahill Music Center.
So what's the monster part?
The music center is contingent on bringing in male students. I'd like you to convince her to make it no strings attached.
And why us?
Andrea is an inspiring example of the best that Chadwick has to offer.
Thank you, Judith.
And Max, you're the most annoyingly persuasive person that I know. Plus, you have a daughter who's a musician, who's getting the benefits of a Chadwick education. You're having lunch with her tomorrow. Faculty club, 1 o'clock.
I have conflicts.
Oh, Andrea, don't want to get your hands dirty in the grubby world of commerce?
No, conflicts, professional obligations, Max. And I've got my 2 sweet mates coming in. Let's talk to her now.
No, that's a bad idea.
Oh, come on, we're good at this. I found it more convenient to charter rather than Excuse me. Miss Cahill? Hi. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Professor Andrea Haskell. How do you do?
Max Bickford. Nice to meet you.
Catherine Cahill. Pleasure. Judith just told us about your extraordinarily generous gift to Chadwick. It means so much to us.
Thank you.
And we just wanted to take this opportunity to express our appreciation and our gratitude, if you have a moment.
Actually, I'd prefer sticking to our lunch date. Thank you.
Under ordinary circumstances, I would too. But my schedule is overwhelmed with alumni activities tomorrow. I'm sure you understand.
Perfectly. And you understand this conversation is over.
You're right. You are very good at this.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna show you how it's done. Miss Cahill, excuse me.
Oh, dear, are we still talking?
I am. And you'll get your chance at lunch tomorrow, where we can really discuss the music center.
I'm thrilled.
I can imagine. I get to have lunch with me all the time. For you, it must be something pretty special. Thanks.
look great, Sarah.
You too. I knew you did from the photo in your book.
Oh, please. It was the longest photo shoot in history. They retouched it like crazy, and I still hated it.
Hey, Lindsay should be at the hotel. Should we swing by?
Oh, I'd love to, but I've got this book signing that I have to go to. Oh, and I've got a lunch with a super rich alum that I absolutely cannot miss.
Can I go to your book signing?
You want to?
Oh, you have no idea what my life is like.
Professor Bickford. Do you remember me?
Rachel Kane, class of '88.
Thank you. I'd have been devastated if you didn't remember me. I had such a huge crush on you.
You did?
Should I be telling you this?
Well, I think it's safe to tell me now.
Well.
Here you go, ma'am.
Nice to see you, Miss Cahill.
Are you chilly? I'm chilly. Could you make it a bit less Arctic?
Sure. Right away, ma'am.
You weren't on time, were you?
Yes, I make a point of getting to places on time.
I make it a point of getting places late.
So this was deliberate?
Quite. In business, being late means I have something vitally important I couldn't get away from.
And that I have nothing better to do than to read a menu.
Precisely. Should we be waiting for someone?
Someone later than you? I doubt it. No, Professor Haskell will not be joining us today.
I'm devastated. Could you take this away and bring me an iced tea and a salad niçoise?
Certainly.
Thanks. Or did you need more time?
Excellent, thank you. Hi, thank you for coming. Could you please sign it to my best friend, whom I don't recognize?
Oh, God. You look so different. You look great. You cut your hair.
Easily the most significant change in my life, but look at you, Miss Big Shot, signing your book. She got everyone fooled.
Oh, well, don't clue him in.
Okay.
I'm sorry this is taking so long.
Hey, the high price of fame. We're cool, right, Sarah?
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Thanks.
So, about the restrictions on your gift. I believe that women are best served by women's colleges.
Spoken like a man.
Well, spoken like a man who trusts the many studies that say that graduates of women's colleges hold higher positions and are happier and make a lot of money.
They spend 4 years in an unreal situation which hardly prepares them for what lies ahead.
Graduates of women's colleges are only 2% of all the female college graduates. But they make up 20% of the women in Congress. They're 30% of business magazines' rising corporate women stars. So, I mean, really, do the math.
I'm a woman, you do the math.
I'm a man, I did the math.
Congratulations. Just don't let the math get in the way of the truth.
What is the truth?
Women need to learn what men have to say.
I agree with that,
The
absolutely.
sooner they learn it will be confidently expressed and totally wrong, the better off they'll be.
You didn't come here with an open mind, did you, Miss Cahill?
Of course I didn't. Nothing I have done has come from an open mind. It's come from deciding what I'm going to do and doing it.
Well, it's Chadwick College that helped you get this rather extraordinary self-confidence. Now, what I see here all the time is inspired. Women helping other women to become better students and better people.
You aren't quoting from the school song, are you?
Why aren't you willing to see the positive side of this thing?
Why aren't you willing to look at why applications are way down?
Look, this college may not be for everybody, but what we do here does not lack value.
It lacks the value to attract students, which will kill the endowment and will kill the college.
All right, why don't we look at what we're doing for the students who are already here?
Let's look at what happens to a college that doesn't change.
You are undermining everything that Chadwick College has stood for.
I am trying to save it. You are protecting it into an early grave.
Would you like some dessert, Miss Cahill? So, if the Jack Cahill Music Center ever really happens, my daughter might just forgive me for making her go to Chadwick.
Oh, it will happen.
Well, I would like to say how much I thoroughly enjoyed completely disagreeing with every word you said.
Likewise. I hope our paths will cross again this weekend, Max.
Oh, they will. For the moment, at least, we're still a small women's college.
Max?
Ah,
No,
Andrea.
I'm so sorry.
Hope you don't mind. We finished without you.
Well, I had no idea so many people were going to show up. My hand is killing me from signing all those books.
You don't expect any sympathy from me.
How can I make it up to you?
Catherine Cahill isn't going to change her mind, so it's okay to just sit
Oh,
up.
no, but it's not okay, Max. It's not. We were given the assignment together. Judith is counting on me.
And you've done more than enough.
Oh, you mean because I screwed it up at the party? Is that what you're angry about?
Do I look angry?
No, but you are angry and you're not expressing it, and that's hostile.
Maybe I'm not expressing anger because I'm not angry. You, on the other hand, are angry with yourself for missing lunch, and so you're projecting it on me.
I can call a radio shrink if I want to hear that kind of talk.
Okay, but still true.
I didn't say it wasn't true.
Andrea, give yourself a rest, okay? You don't have to finish every assignment.
What is it?
Catherine Cahill. One tough lady. She wouldn't budge.
I'm sorry to hear that. Various alumni plan to withhold their gifts if we admit men.
Well, why don't you turn down Catherine Cahill?
Don't you think I'd love to do that? Rightly or wrongly, I'm judged by the financial condition of this college. So turning down a new music facility is a luxury I don't have.
So, what do you intend to do?
I intend to ask you to see Catherine again.
I intend to see Catherine again.
I appreciate that.
But I intend to see her socially.
Without any regard to your professional responsibilities?
Whoa, those are your professional responsibilities, Judith, not mine. My professional responsibilities are to the students.
I hate to drag reality into your life, Max. But the days of just being a teacher are over. This is business, and we'll either sink or swim together.
Your job is the money. My job is the education.
Without the money, you don't have a job. I got your email requesting increased funding for your department. If you can get Catherine to make her gift free and clear, I don't think there'll be any problem getting you the department money that you need.
That's a nasty thing to do, Judith.
These are nasty times, Max. I trust that you won't put your personal feelings for Catherine Cahill ahead of your professional responsibilities to your colleagues.
He's adorable. Thanks. And here we are on the playground.
Oh.
We logged an estimated 17,000 hours last year. Say what you're thinking. My life is unbelievably dull. Whereas you get to meet Hillary Clinton.
Oh, come on. I'd rather talk to your little baby doll any day. Look at him. How pathetic would it be if I showed you a picture of my dog? Come on, let's see him. Here he is with my husband. Oh, that's your husband on the left?
You guys remember that game we'd play when we'd been away from each other, you know, like spring break? And
Oh, we all have to say something about ourselves that the others don't.
Oh, the reconnection game.
There's so much more to choose from now.
Well, then your life is so much more exciting than mine.
Okay, something that we didn't know about each other in college. You go first.
Oh, come on. We lived together. You guys knew everything about me.
Come on, Andrea, go with it.
Okay. Professor Haskell, it's time.
Oh. Well, the bad news is I've got to go give a speech to the alums.
Oh. You have to go right now?
Come on. Come on, I'm gonna bring back the college experience. You know, sitting in a lecture hall, wishing you were anyplace else on earth. I know that each one of you has your own reasons for returning to campus this weekend. And I'd like to tell you why I came back, to stay. I arrived at Chadwick, a painfully shy freshman whose greatest hope was not to be noticed. That wasn't possible here. From the first terrifying moments of freshman week, my professors and fellow students wouldn't leave me alone. They challenged me. They disagreed with me. They supported me. And they laughed with me. I went on to achieve most of what I set out to do. I went on to Harvard, where I got a doctorate. I published 5 books. But I discovered that what I was looking for out there, I'd already found right here at Chadwick. So I came back to that unique community of women who helped shape who I am today. Thank you, and have a great weekend. Miss Gale, thank you so much for coming. I wondered if I could talk to you for just a moment about what Chadwick offered me as a woman's college.
I thought you just did.
Max, you were right. She is tough. Spelled B-I-T-C-H. I got nowhere.
Too bad. But T-H-A-N-K-S.
Listen, I am not going to give up on this.
If I may quote Bush the Elder, read my lips. Forget about it.
I'm glad you're seeing Catherine.
You know, you may not respect me in the morning, Judith, but I am not prostituting myself for this college. I just happen to enjoy her company.
That's nice. But if the subject of your gift comes up, I'm sure you know what to do.
Burnaby's okay?
Sure. Bit of a walk.
No, it isn't.
So I figure that if you go to a reunion, it's because you want to know who's dead, who's bald, who's rich, or whose body fills you with terror. So which is it with you?
For me, it was time. The invitation to Alumni Weekend had a picture of my old dorm, and I had this flood of memories, so I called Judas before I could chicken out.
But if you had this flood of memories, how come it took you this long to come back? Couldn't get a cheap airfare from the West Coast?
I have to say, I am starting to feel the way I did in college.
Which is what?
For starters, naughty.
Gee, when was the last time I made a woman feel naughty?
And being on campus, all these old feelings came sneaking back. Hope, confusion, hilarity, confusion. Did I mention I was confused?
Anyone who wasn't confused in the old days didn't understand the situation. But you must have known where you were going.
Oh, I honestly don't know how far I've come since college.
Well, how many of your classmates are donating $5 million music centers to the campus in their father's name?
Jack wasn't my father.
Oh. Husband?
There is no husband. There never was a husband. Senior year, I got pregnant. After graduation, I worked in admissions and lived in an apartment nearby with my little boy. And I'd bring him over to the campus. That's where Jack took his first steps. But he got sick, and you know, for years it was just too painful to even think about coming back. I threw myself into my work, part of my life shut down. I would have wanted my son to be able to come to Chadwick. So that's why you had to have lunch with me today.
Hey, this is weirdly familiar. Just like old times. Including waiting for Sarah. No, she's not coming. She was tired. Oh. It's too bad.
Shall we?
Yep, just gotta settle up.
It's taken care of. Come on, Max, I invited you.
Catherine.
Don't worry, it's only money.
Well, okay, but that means I'm gonna pay your way into the campus bar, and that is $5 apiece. You are not gonna escape until you hear my daughter sing.
I'm sorry Sarah couldn't make it. Well, she wanted to tuck in her kid by phone and then go to bed early, so.
She has her family 363 days out of the year. This was our weekend.
Yeah, on your schedule.
Wait a second. Come on. You guys knew that tonight was my only window.
Remember how Sarah always wanted to be a writer?
remember. I remember. She was so excited when she got that piece into the quarterly.
She's having a real hard time this weekend.
How come?
Because of you. You make her feel like a failure.
Lindsay, those were professional commitments. I had no choice.
I know.
But Sherry's so wonderful. She's a hilarious writer. I print out her emails all the time and go back to them.
Have you told her?
Here's where it turns ugly. We are attempting to record a CD of our music, and studio time is very expensive. If you've been looking for a kick-ass band to invest in, stop, because you found them. And we're gonna pass around a hat. So toss in a couple bucks, your credit card, your car keys, whatever you feel inclined to do.
So what's your name anyway?
Lindsay.
That's a pretty name. So, Libby, you want to dance?
Where there's nobody dancing.
Well, how about my place?
Excuse me. Maybe after you're done dancing, she can tell you about her job and her dog and her mortgage. And what was the other thing? Oh, that's right, her husband. Come on, Libby, let's go.
But I still have beer left.
You can finish it next alumni weekend.
Thank you very much. We will attempt to make you proud.
Whatever is going on with you, sleeping with that drunken child is only going to make it worse. What is going on?
Oh, well, Bobby doesn't want to adopt. It looks like the only way we're ever going to have a baby, so.
What's his problem?
He comes from this New England family, and they can trace their ancestors all the way back.
What, to the Mayflower?
Noah's Ark, honey. This whole bloodline thing's completely out of control.
And that's more important than having a baby?
I don't want to pressure him.
Well, come on!
Hey, do you remember that night that we streaked bare-ass right across this campus? That was the best time we ever had.
That wasn't me.
Oh. It wasn't that great.
Lindsay, does Bobby know that you're so desperate you're ready to sleep your way across campus? Well, don't you think you ought to tell him?
Hey, who are you to tell me what to
this.
do, spinster?
I'm your friend.
You're a friend who doesn't know how to be with a friend.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't help it if my life is busy, unlike some people's that I know.
Oh, nothing's changed. It's just like in college. It's all about you.
Oh, yeah? Well, how much have you changed, Lindsay, huh? You're still drunk. You're still stumbling your way across campus. Why don't you streak? Go ahead, streak.
Okay.
Would you stop it? It's freezing.
I am having fun. This is having fun. When was the last time you had fun, Andrea?
Max, this is one of the best nights I've had since... I don't even want to think.
Well, don't think. Thinking is overrated.
Want to come up for a nightcap?
I don't drink.
Yes, I know. That was a euphemism.
Yes, I know. I was stalling.
Yes, I know.
Look, Miss Cahill, I don't want to screw up a perfectly wonderful evening.
How could you possibly screw it up?
Let me count the ways.
I think being happy takes courage. Maybe we both just need to dare to be happy.
I'll be honest. It's been a very, very long time. Clinton was president.
Now there's a man who dared to be happy.
And it's been even longer since I was sober for the experience.
Did you change your mind? Room 22.
Max.
Andrea, I was just visiting someone upstairs.
I was just dropping off a friend who drank too much. Max, do you ever feel like wherever you are, you should be somewhere else?
Only when I'm awake.
I should have been at lunch with you today, but I was signing my book. I should have been with my friends, but I was giving a lecture. I should have taken Catherine out for drinks, but I took my friend Lindsay out who drank too much. And so I ended up disappointing everybody. You and Catherine and Judith and Sarah
Andrea,
and Lindsay.
Andrea, you know that I'm all for brutal self-flagellation, but you don't have to worry about me or Catherine.
Oh. So, maybe it was better that I didn't show up for lunch.
Well, we managed to stumble through without you.
And here you are. You have an unfair advantage over me with Catherine. So how does it feel, Max, having the entire future of the college depending on you?
Thank you, Andrea. I needed that extra boost. Are you surprised?
No. Just happy.
You know, there comes a certain age when you think that all the tumult is behind you. All the wildness and the lunacy and all the things that made you feel so bad, feel so great. But here I am. Here I am with a dazzling, giving, sexy, last night was one of the greatest nights of my life. I mean it. It's up there with the first time I went to Coney Island and got on the roller coaster and ate cotton candy for the first time. As a matter of fact, it was very much like that, except I didn't throw up. You are so... Hey, where did you learn that? No. I don't think I should ask that. But boy, you were right. You were right. Dare to be happy. You look beautiful. Want some coffee?
That'd be nice. Thank you.
You okay?
I'm fine. Why would you think I wasn't?
Who knows? Just want to be sure.
Now you're sure.
What's going on?
I think you know.
Do I look like I have a clue?
The hat.
The hat? What hat?
Your daughter's hat.
You're upset about my daughter's hat?
Last night, you passed that hat to me, fully expecting that I would put enough money in to finance your daughter's CD.
What? That is crazy.
Really? Then why did you just call me a giving woman?
Giving in spirit. Giving emotionally. Giving, dare I say, sexually.
Oh, shut up. You love your daughter. You want her to succeed. You pass the hat to a woman worth $84 million, and you don't expect her to put money in?
84 million. Wow. No. I actually don't.
Let's get real, Max. You had an agenda all along. You slept with me Because you wanted to get a $5 million music center for the college.
You think I'm worth $5 million? That's a compliment.
I'm serious. But it didn't work because there will be no gift to the college.
Well, if you're serious, you're an idiot.
Dead serious. Get out.
You know, when you fly away to nowhere on your private jet, you should remember one thing. You did this, not me. You made this whole thing about money. You wouldn't let me pick up a check. You poured a fortune into a hat in a campus bar, and most of all, you turned a beautiful night into a financial transaction. And you say that I have an agenda? So much for daring to be happy.
I'm really sorry I had all those obligations.
Oh, no, you should enjoy it. You know, you've earned it. Your dream came true.
I was wondering if you are still writing. You used to have such a great flair for it, Sarah.
That was
I remember.
college. You know, now I'm somebody's wife, somebody's mother, and ooh, believe me, that's full time.
But sometimes we avoid what we're really good at, and I would hate to see you do that just because of your family.
Yeah, Andrea, you're still here, where everything is possible. It's different out there.
It doesn't have to be.
Why are you doing this?
Well, we always used to challenge each other at Tilden House. Why can't we still do that? Hello, Lindsay. You okay?
Is this couch moving, or would that be me? Now I remember what college feels like.
Oh, it's my turn, right? The reconnection game. Okay, senior year. Do you remember how I was always over at the library or working on the paper, and you guys were always joking about the mystery man in my life, as if there wasn't one, except that there was. Professor Max Bickford. Andrea, that is so courageous of you to say.
That's such old news.
You knew? Yeah.
Hello. Oh, hi, baby.
Talk to him.
Bobby, I need to talk to you about something, and I can't wait.
I am so sorry to do this. Todd's up at his mother's. He has a terrible sense of direction. He's driving down to pick me up today. And he will never find me if I don't talk him in. Sorry. Oh, hi, honey. Yeah. Oh, I miss you, too. Yeah. Did you have fun? Yeah.
Hey, Dad. Same clothes as yesterday. Very interesting. How was your date?
Well, it was kind of like the Titanic, you know? We were doing great until we got struck by that damn iceberg. Who are the people you're with?
Alumni tour. I'd love to blow it off, considering that we have the money for our CD. Thanks, Dad.
What are you thanking me for?
Catherine bankrolled the CD.
I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, right. I thought it was sweet, Dad. You passed the hat to a woman worth $90 bazillion?
No, let's not exaggerate. $84 bazillion.
Whatever. I thought it was a stroke of genius. A new music studio on campus, bucks for my CD. When did you get so cool?
I've always been cool. You just never noticed. And I wouldn't book any time in that music center just yet.
My workaholic husband is insisting we take a little vacation to talk about the baby thing. Oh, thank you so much for kicking my butt last night, Andrea. I am capable of doing something really stupid.
You think that I don't remember that about you?
Lindsay, this is great.
Yeah, except I have to leave like 10 minutes ago. Oh.
Right this way, ladies. Care to join us, Max? These are the alumni who threatened to withdraw their contributions if we admit men.
Well, you can tell them that the threat of male students is over.
Catherine dropped her restrictions. Thank you, Max.
In the interest of full disclosure, she also dropped the whole idea of giving the college any money whatsoever.
I see.
Judith, I told you, I'm not going to peddle my ass for this college, in spite of what everyone seems to think.
Who thinks that?
You do.
Who else?
She does.
Oh, and that's why a $5 million music center is suddenly gone.
I guess I'm just not good at this.
At what?
Fundraising, public relations, love, sex, money, people, school,
At this
education.
moment, I can't disagree with you. I think a friend would have found a way to come through for me.
Wait a minute. You asked me to do your job for you, and then you tried to bribe me with money from my department. You don't have any right to be angry.
I'm just looking at results, Max.
He does the Sunday crossword in half an hour. He's really smart. When it comes to directions, he's just an idiot. Sometimes it's adorable. Sometimes I want to slap him till he screams.
Well, it's a one-way street, so at least we know what direction he'll be coming from.
Why does this not surprise me?
Oh, hi, sweetie.
Hi, honey.
Good weekend.
Oh, the best. Honey, this is...
The legendary Andrea. Hi.
Hi, Todd.
Come see Jeffrey.
Okay.
I drew you a picture.
Jeffrey, you did.
Me, the three friends.
Oh, it's us.
Thank you.
Well, we should get going.
Sarah, I have something for you.
What?
It's a book by one of my favorite writers.
Oh, thanks, but I have all your books.
It's, all the emails that you've sent me over the years. I save the originals for myself because I go back to them a lot. You might have written your first book and not even known it.
How was the rest of your weekend?
Oh, it was so great to see my friends. How about you?
Well, let's just say it didn't quite work out the way I'd hoped.
Which?
Both.
Oh.
We're gonna get all tangled up. I think my motives were crystal clear. I don't know what everyone else's problem was. I'll see ya. I don't know, I just think the world would be a better place if everyone was more like me.
Max, you want to have dinner? My motives are clear. I'm hungry. And I was wondering why, if it was so great to see my friends, why do I feel so sad?
Life. Ain't it a bitch, though? I got a lot of things I gotta do, and then I should go home. Lester's been at a friend's, and I haven't seen him all weekend. What are you doing here?
I have work to do.
Now, you see, you're gonna get published again. This is not fair.
Why not?
Because you rely on talent and hard work. I rely on the old standbys, you know, jealousy and procrastination.
Don't be so sure.
You're obviously gonna write even if the department is understaffed.
Yeah, well, as Thornhill pointed out, I don't have family to get in the way.
5 minutes after you left, I was sitting on the bed all alone, wondering how I could be so stupid as to screw it up. See, Max, every single exchange I have every day, in one way or another, it's about money. That's what people want from me. So when anyone gets too close, this is what I do to drive them away.
Works like a charm.
And I can't help myself. And I can't see beyond the money either. So last night, when you and I were together, it was there, a third presence in bed with us.
A third presence in bed with us. Am I wrong to get excited right now?
I just let it get way, way too important.
Bringing your money into bed, that's pretty extreme. But maybe that's just me.
You know what? It is just you. Because everyone else, including me, thinks that this huge pile of money I've accumulated is just so important. Yes. I know that. I'm on my way down. I wish it were this morning again, Max.
Well, I think we're doing okay right now.
Would you like to come away with me just for a few days?
I would love to, but I'm needed here. What about this weekend?
Schedule's jammed.
What about the weekend after?
Europe for 3 weeks. Then New York on the 10th for 6 hours.
Why don't you have your people call my people?
Tell me, what does it mean when our worlds apart collide in a dream? We fall in and awaken, it seems, in a place not meant for you and me. Worlds apart, that's what we are. Don't know where we come from, but we know where we are. Worlds apart, that's all I know. Our world is out there somewhere. Our souls, so fragile and scattered, like two clouds, could float on forever. Someday we'll be together, if only in our dream. Worlds apart, that's what we are. Don't know where we come from, but we know where we are. Worlds apart, that's all I know. Our world is out there somewhere.
Laughter in the administration building. What do we do to stop that?
Hello, Max.
You look cheerful.
I just got confirmation of the Jack Cahill Music Center. No strings attached. I wonder what changed her mind.
Beats me.
Her message just said, I did the math. Oh, Max, in a totally unrelated matter, some funds just became available for the American Studies Department.
You know, it's beginning to feel like the Nixon White House around here. I gotta go teach. Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode.
Next Sunday on Max Bickford.
Hello? Dad!
What's going on?
Grandpa's in the hospital. He's dying. How do I look? I look like hell.
Are you okay?
I'm feeling so helpless.
I'm scared.
I know that this is hard. It's hard for me, too, to see him like that. What happened?
Things didn't look too good. These things happen.
Angela Bassett and Cicely Tyson.